Good morning, namaskar. This is Kate. Welcome to our morning yoga garden art session. So we'll begin today with our meditation using the mantra Baba Nam Kevalam, which means all is love, all is one. Baba Nam Kevalam, Baba Nam Kevalam, Baba Nam Kevalam. Okay, so to meditate, we sit with our legs crossed, back up straight. If you're able to sit in half lotus, otherwise sitting in full lotus, closing the eyes and imagine that you're seated high upon a mountain. Family and friends are far, far below. You're all alone. Surrounding is the vastness and the beauty of the universe. And feeling the extension of love, of oneness, into a sphere that expands around yourself, beyond the horizon, above, behind, in front, below, on all sides. And feel that everything within that sphere is connected to the same feelings of love, peace within your heart, using the mantra Baba Nam Kevalam. All is love, all is one. Infuse the sphere around yourself with the essence of love and oneness. Continue that sphere to expand and grow beyond the horizon until the entire planet is held within the essence of love, of oneness, Bhavanam, Kevalam. So all hearts are beating as one heart. Imagine all minds thinking and feeling as one mind. Bhavanam, Kevalam. Feeling that essence expand beyond the globe through the solar system to the furthermost reaches of our Milky Way galaxy. Feeling our hearts, our mind touched by the very essence of the stars, by the deep time and space that exists between all of the celestial bodies. Bhavanam Kevalam. All is love, all is one. And continuing until your mind can touch the edge of infinity and beyond. And feeling oneself to be ensconced with that vast cosmic mind. Allowing the essence of self to merge and dissolve itself like a droplet into a vast ocean of love and light. Bhavanam Kevalam. All is love, all is one. and finish our meditation. Quiet place deep inside of me. Feel the love around me. I've never been alone since I've known there's a place where I can go, where love is all around. Since I found how to hear that sweet sound, Abanam Kevalam. Love is everywhere. Love is everyone. Thank you for joining me for morning meditation. So we're back into the process of creating and also into our yoga. So we'll start with our first warm-up. And yes, I'm sitting here with a blank canvas. We were discussing yesterday that we'll start on something new and go through that process. So the first thing that is, it's still wrapped, and I have a reason for that. Let's start with our legs crossed. Back up straight, and if you have brought your materials with you, have them in a position or a place where you're able to look at that emptiness or that blankness, or even in my case, that wrappedness. I haven't taken the plastic off yet. Okay, hands behind the back and breathe in. And breathing out, exhale, forward, down, and hold. So we'll put ourselves into the zone with deep breathing. Breathing in and recognizing all that inner potential of the self, and breathing out, releasing any negative thoughts, any concepts that are limited in the mind, and also stretching through the body, releasing any tight spaces in the spine. Breathe in, coming up, and breathing out, forward, down, and hold. Breathing in and breathing out. Exhale, releasing any limitations in the body and mind. Breathing in and out. And last time, as we breathe in, using the affirmation, I am this creativity. Breathing in and releasing. Exhale any limitations, any negative thoughts or tensions in the body or mind. Release with the breath. And breathe in, coming up. We'll extend that through the legs. One leg in front, the other leg against the body. Breathing in, arms up, and breathing out. Exhale and hold. And breathing in, lifting the leg next to you, and putting both legs out in front, and stretching down over the toes, releasing the low spine, releasing, letting the shoulders for 8 counts, and breathing in. Bring the opposite leg up against the thigh and dropping it to the side, reaching down over the leg. Exhale and hold. breathing in and breathing in. So I like to think about the canvas in the same way that I heard Michelangelo. Exhale and hold. Blank canvas. So the metaphor for the blank canvas is that something complete, anything can be written upon it. It's like a blank page. And breathe in, come up. And what will occur is that all of my mind's intention will be put upon that page or upon the canvas. Exhale and hold. These 6 hours against that space. So the first thing that comes for me around working with a new piece of material is to call it into being. And it feels like a very unusual thing to do, especially perhaps we could say in the case with Michelangelo, and he was looking at rocks, that the rock was organic, even though it had been quarried. The rocks were sitting in his studio, and he would look and sit and consider what the rock was holding. In the same way, I'm bringing this particular piece of canvas into the environment where something from this environment will be imprinted upon it. So the first thing to do is to kind of, how to say, let go of its whole experience of being on a shelf in a shop where it's been sitting for quite some time, and for it to start to come into its space or being. And this is working again upon the neo-humanistic concept that everything has a mind. So although it's been constructed by somebody in a factory who's worked with the cloth and staple gun and the gesso or whatever primer it has on it, and the cloth itself has been woven, and the wood behind it was grown and cut and milled and so on, and it's all been constructed into this space. It's already passed through the hands of, at least, I guess, at least 50 people. From the time that the timbers were cut and transported and shipped, and the factories, and then the weaving, at least 50 people have gone into making this particular piece. And now it's going to receive my intention. So it means that already, just by noticing and considering its blankness, I'm already starting the process of connecting myself to that space. And when we're doing our art, that's what we do for those 6 to 10, sometimes in some cases, one piece of work can go on for 5, 10 days, even weeks, and in some cases for years. So the canvas this is the very beginning of a relationship that's about to start. So instead of rushing this process, what I like to do to begin with is to have it in my space. I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out, and somewhere in the background of my mind, there's a knowledge that at some stage, this piece and myself will become connected through intention. My intention will be to create something upon it, and it will be holding my mind's intention. So in some ways, there is a sense of gratitude, of honor, and like something mysterious between myself and the canvas to start with. So I'm inviting you at the moment to sit with your materials inside your space and start to consider their essence before considering our own. Okay, in the meantime, let us keep breathing, and I'm choosing postures in a way that even reach towards this. So what we're going to do next is bring our arms up over our head, have that sense of connection, and in this case, I'm connecting to that cosmic creativity. Bend forward over the toes. And if your artwork, your art materials are in your space, have a sense of reaching towards or feeling like the intention of my mind is starting to connect with and have a sense of that canvas in my space. Exhale fully. And breathing in, we're going to drop all the way back onto the mat. Arms over the head. Breathe in and out. Exhale, lifting up over the feet and hold. Breathing in. Dropping back onto the mat, arms over the head. And breathing out. Forward, down, exhale. Breathing in. Dropping back down. Exhale. Breathe in. Lifting up and over the feet. Hold. And breathe in, coming up. We'll swivel around and doing cobra also. Sense of intention. Hands down underneath the shoulders. Exhale and breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Breathe in. Hold. Out. Breathe in. And exhale. Breathe in and hold. Exhale. Breathe in and hold. Exhale. And lifting up into down dog. Putting our knees down on the ground and feet behind, bringing the arms up over the head. And exhale, forward, down, hold. Up. Feeling that connection between self and that universal self. And exhale. Feeling that all the colors of my mind, my thoughts, my intentions are held in my hands like a bouquet of beautiful flowers and offering these to the creative process. Fully exhale. Breathe in. With the affirmation, I am that creativity, and exhale. I release and offer any limitations in my thought. in my heart. Breathe in and exhale, forward, down, and hold. Breathe in and exhale. Breathe in and forward, down, exhale and hold. Breathe in, arms up and down. So the other thing to consider while you have that piece of work with canvas is also to consider what we want to put upon it. And while I'm sitting in this space, I'm thinking, oh, well, actually, there's a white rose just above my head up there. And I'm watching that and imagining, feeling like, well, how would that sit upon this space? There's quite a few roses blooming in this garden at the moment. And there's also some other pieces around that could be possible. But just at the moment, my mind is feeling extremely subtle. And the subtleness of the rose's flowers, the petals, and the way that it comes all the way through is it's very exquisite. And also it's the end of spring, so that they're starting to lose their petals. It's like these flowers are at their most delicate space. A few buds that are blooming, but because it's coming into the heat, they're not blooming with that full vigor or rigor that comes in the early spring. So to paint them now, or to imprint them onto the canvas, so to speak, it looks like an extremely delicate sort of concept, a very delicate operation. And I'm interested. So now the thing to do is to consider that idea, and it's almost like sit with it and consider it for that particular canvas, as well as the own inside feeling. Am I in the space to have that much patience? And it's very delicate. Am I in that kind of a delicate space where I'd be able to bring something of that onto the canvas? It's very different from the last pieces that I did, which were very vigorous, robust. Okay, so that's all that we're going to do today. There's no point in rushing the process of beginning a piece of artwork. The process itself is a kind of deep sense of reflection. So I will leave us at that space, and also to start to inquire or make the research into oneself. I will be spending somewhere between 6 and 30 hours on this. So that time, is this how I want to invest my time? Is this the best use of my creativity, to be putting it in this combination, and then researching deeply? Well, what will that mean? What will that look like? How will that feel? And then getting ready, prepared to start. It's like beginning a relationship. It's a good idea to hold back and have a look. People are rushing in. Okay, I'm Kate. If I can do it, we can do it. Let us get healthy and wealthy together. Namaskar.